Now, the US ambassador to South Africa has accused the country of supplying weapons to Russia despite its professed neutrality in the war in Ukraine. The US claims the Admiral Gorshkov warship, seen here in Cape Town in February, was loaded with ammunition and arms in Cape Town at the end of last year. Well, let's speak to our correspondent Shingai Nyoka, who's in Johannesburg for us. Shingai, thanks for joining us. These allegations relate to a shipment in December. So why are we hearing about them now? Any idea?
Well, that's one of the key questions that many people are asking at the moment, Mark, especially following that there was a recent visit to the US by a high-level South African delegation which visited Washington. And at that meeting, apparently this issue of this ship that had docked off the coast of Cape Town in December had been brought up by the US officials. And South Africa says that they gave assurances there that the matter was being looked into. So they certainly seem to have been caught off guard by this very public announcement that was made by the US ambassador yesterday at a local press conference. It's created a chilling of relations, certainly at a local level, between authorities here and the office of the ambassador, and them asking questions about why he would go about this outside of known diplomatic channels.
So there was this story that broke out from South Africa where US ambassador to South Africa accused the South African government of supplying weapons to Russia. You know, all along, South Africa has been neutral in the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. South Africa has decided to stay away and not condemn Russia nor support Ukraine. South Africa has decided that they want to do things on their own terms, which I think that should be the position of every single country, that African countries should not be dragged into something that has nothing to do with them. It's high time the West understand that when they go looking for their trouble, Africa will not be dragged into it, that Africa will stay out of it. So South Africa and many other countries in Africa have decided to be neutral, that they don't want to have anything to do with it, that the conflict between Russia and Ukraine has nothing to do with them. The US ambassador in South Africa came out and said that South Africa is providing weapons to Russia. Before we even get into if it's legal or not, isn't South Africa an independent country that has the right to support which other country they choose to? Does South Africa need permission from the West in order to support a fellow country or in order to trade and deal with any other country around the world? So why is America making it look like South Africa needs to obtain permission from them before they can do anything? And also, isn't America and the West all supporting Ukraine? You can get to see the hypocrisy when it comes to these Western countries. They can do it, but we cannot do it, right? It's like one set of rules for them and another set of rules for us. It's like they can do things, but we cannot do it. And you ask yourself, why? Why can they do it and not us? Why can they? You know, and then they will come out and say that we are a friend of Africa. We love Africans. We support Africa. But from their actions, you can see that what they do care about is themselves. What they do care about is what they are going to benefit from Africa, not about what Africa is going to benefit from them. I have never, ever seen something that they have did without a behind motive, without having something in return. They will say that they want to give Africans aid and that Africa deserves this, or Africa needs foreign aid in order to sustain their countries. And then they will come with billions of dollars of promises, and sometimes they might not even give it, or they might manage to give something, But whatever they give has a lot of string attached to it. You must do this, you must do that, you must do this, you must do that. And all the strings that are attached to this aid is to their benefit. It's never to the benefit of the common Africans. Because believe me, they really, really do not care about you, the ordinary African. No one cares about you. Don't get it confused. No one cares about you. And I'm not just saying this because I want to say it. I'm saying it because if you look through Africa, okay, just look through Africa, all the countries whose leaders were for the people were taken out in one form or the other. And those leaders who are authoritarian, who are dictators, who are not doing anything in their countries, those ones are there, ruling for 30, 20, 40 years. No one is saying anything. Isn't that authoritarianism? Shouldn't they promote democracy in Africa as they are saying? Is there any country in Africa that allows them to get whatever they want from the country, and they are criticizing the country for not being democratic enough? Which one? Just tell me, which one? They don't. They only say something when their interest is being threatened. And now they will force us, or they will pressure us to side with them. But if we have a problem, if we have an issue, and we tell them to side with us, they will not. They will not. They will not. But when they have an issue, or when their own interest is threatened, then they come and pressure us that we must side with them. But I'm so happy that gone are those days when they will pressure us into agreeing with stuff that really doesn't concern us. Gone are those days. The modern leaders of Africa, those who have the interests of Africa at heart, are now saying that we will do things our way. It's high time we take care of ourselves. It's high time you stay away from our business. It's high time we are being left to govern our countries the way we want. Which is great. Which is great. Which is great. So you can see from South Africa, the stand they have taken with regards to Russia-Ukraine conflict, and how many other countries in Africa are doing the same thing, is a step in the right direction. But you guys out there, what do you think about the relationship between Russia and African countries? Do you think that this relationship will be, or has been, more beneficiary to Africa than the one between the West, British, France, Germany, and America with Africa? And also, do you think that any country has the right to interfere in another country's internal affairs? Does America has the right to criticize South Africa for doing stuff with Russia? Let us know in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. And also, please do not forget to like this video, share this video, follow our Facebook page, and most importantly, subscribe to this YouTube channel, because little bit of goodwill like the one you're doing just now help us a lot, and we shall forever be grateful to you. So thank you very much for doing just that. And like always, see you in the next one.